Solent Way is a 60-mile national trail coastal path. Runs from Milford on Sea, just on the border with Dorset, and runs all the way along the Hampshire coast to Emsworth, on the border with West Sussex. Now this is Kelshot Castle. It's going to be the theme of this walk, following Henry VIII's defences of the Solent. But we're going to start this walk visiting Hurst Castle. Hurst Castle was modified in the 1870s. It had two big wings added onto it. You know, so it doesn't look like this anymore. Kelshot's still in its original state, just how Henry built it. So welcome to the Solent Way, guys. So from Milford on Sea, down the spit to the castle, and then back to Keyhaven. So there you go, you see the top of the spit there, Hurst Castle and the lighthouse. Everything behind it is the Isle of Wight. And that's back down the spit, back into Milford on Sea. Hurst Castle. Now some of you may remember when I did my Isle of Wight Part 2 last year, we passed it on the Isle of Wight side, and I said I'd come back and film it. So here I am. So the section in the middle was built by Henry VIII between 1541 and 1544. The east and west wings were added in the 1870s. And we're actually closer to the Isle of Wight than we are to the mainland. 3/4 of a mile to the Isle of Wight, a mile back to the mainland. So Henry VIII updated all the defences on this south coast, especially around the Solent, when he split from Rome. Because as you know, we used to be ruled by Rome, it was a Catholic country. Old Henry wanted a divorce, so he started the Church of England. But Rome weren't too impressed. So to avoid any skirmishes, let's say, old Henry fired up a load of defences all the way along, and the Solent Way takes in quite a few. Okay guys, so that's looking east through the Solent. You've got the Isle of Wight to the right, mainland to your left. And on the left we've got Lymington, which is our next stop. But I'm going to catch the ferry. Because the good thing about this is you only need to walk up the spit one way, get the ferry back. Thank you. Famous for, that's its boats. was a nice pint of Guinness. I was hoping to have a bit of something to eat in there, but they weren't serving yet. So here we are, I'm leaving Lymington now, just crossing the bridge. So we're just approaching Lymington airfield. It's an airstrip that came into existence at the end of the Second World War, during D-Day. See, here we go. RAF Lymington. Okay. Right, so my path now takes me across this crossroads. Ah, this is it here. That's the Solent way there. This is it. So Buckler's Yard was a big shipbuilding place, you know, back in 15th century, 16th century, right up to the 19th century. All the time they were using wood to build battleships. This was the perfect spot with the New Forest, you know, that's where they got all the timber from. But Buckler's Yard is famous for the battleships that were used in Lord Nelson's Battle of Trafalgar. The old village is a museum. It's lovely down here.
Hey guys, look at this.
Buckler's Yard. And another pint of Guinness. And a really nice dinner. Well earned. But we've got a riverside walk now back to Bewley. I don't expect to get to Bewley. Looking for somewhere to pitch up between here and there. But I've had my dinner, so I don't need to worry about cooking. Right, it's 6:30. I've been up for ages. What a beautiful morning. Well, what a cracking camp. Weather-wise, you can't fault it. Middle of September, and it's mild. No, I've had to take my fleece. I slept with the fleece on, but weren't in the least bit cold last night. But a lovely spot. And the thing is, we're leaving the river now. We've got a couple of miles now just through the woods and stuff. So Bailey's hard, shipbuilding here as well. And brick making. Agamemnon, that was one of the ships at Battle of Trafalgar. Beautiful. Big old deer over there. So just dropping down into Bewley now. So it's the first sign I've seen for ages, that. So that's our way there. I'm just going to take a quick look around the village. There you go, guys, bit of history on the New Forest. Old William the Conqueror. That's a cracking map showing the walk so far. So here you can see Hurst Castle. And look, Calshot Spit, you can see where it is. So yesterday's walk, Milford on Sea, Hurst Castle, Keyhaven, Lymington, along the road here to Bewley River. So Bewley this morning, so today's walk takes us up the road to Hythe. And then the ferry takes us up that way, because we've got to cross the River Itchen on the bridge, Itchen Bridge, down this coast here to the River Amble. We've got another ferry over the Amble. But here we've got Netley Castle and Netley Abbey. But first we're going to look at the Abbey at Bewley. (1743). You know, it always struck me as odd that the abbey remains all over the country. The archways, which to me are the most vulnerable aspect of the building, it's the only parts that survived. I was interested to read that when Henry VIII started the dissolution, he didn't pull the abbeys down, he dismantled them slowly and recycled all the stone and lead to build castles and forts. And Calshot Castle was the first one to be built from the remains of this abbey, and Hurst Castle, you know, both built from the stone from Beaulieu Abbey. And later on today we'll be visiting Netley Abbey and Netley Castle. And the castle over at Netley started life as the gatehouse for the abbey at Netley. And again, it was dismantled slowly and carefully and recycled to build the castle. So what were places of worship turned into places of war and defence. We've got a couple of miles now up a road. Quite a busy road at that. There you go guys, the Beaulieu Estate. Cracker. And there's the that's the Royal Oak. No, I'm not tempted yet. I'm going to have a bit of lunch when I get to Hythe. A couple more miles. So you can see over here, that's Fawley, the oil refinery. Back on the Southampton water there.
I was very well pleased with what I knowed, and I reckoned myself no fool, till I met with a maid on the Brooklyn road who turned me back to school, singing low down with a little green lantern shine. All maids I have done with the all but one, and she can never be mine. 'Twas right in the midst of a hot June night, with thunder dancing round, I spied her face by the fairy light that beats from off the ground. But she only smiled and she never spoke. She smiled and went away. But when she'd gone, my heart was broken, my wits was clean astray. Oh, stop your ringing and let me your Brooklyn bells. You'll ring, oh Goodman, out to the sea before I wed one else. And oh Goodman's farm is rank sea sand, and was this 1,000 year. But it shall turn to rich plough land before I change my dear. And oh Fairfield church is water bound from autumn to the spring, but it shall turn to high
thinking, how can somewhere as beautiful and tranquil as the New Forest be so noisy? Well, this inland section of the Solent Way, you know, from Lymington right through to Hythe, is pretty much all on a road. And this part at New Forest is very accessible and very popular. So you've got a lot of traffic. So when I come down to New Forest for a bit of a bimble and an explore, I go to the north part, which is about 10 mile away, 12 mile away maybe. You don't get many deer down here because of the roads. Further north you get in New Forest, the more remote it is. But for the purpose of this particular walk, the Solent Way, we're forced onto the road. Let's do it. Flippin' heck. Hythe Pier, guys. Look at that. And that's where the ferry leaves from the other end. Hitchin Bridge over there. Should cross that in a couple of hours. It's very resourceful, fine use of an hard hat. Thanks very much. So there you go, guys, end of the New Forest section. Welcome to Southampton. Well, it ain't no mountain, is it? So here we go, guys, Hitchin Bridge. Over there you've got Southampton's football ground. Used to be St Mary's. But that's looking inland. That's Hythe over there, where we've just come from. So I'm going to cross over. Okay, so that's Hythe over there, which is here. This is the Hitchin Bridge. I'm about here now. So we just got to get down to here, and we've got another ferry across to Warsash. I've got to say I wasn't really looking forward to this section, but it's turned out to be rather pleasant. So Netley Castle, guys, not a lot of what you can see is actually from Henry VIII's period. Most of that was built up in the 18th and 19th century. But the lower walls that you can see, they're certainly from that period. So unlike Beaulieu Abbey, most of this still stands. What a beautiful building. But this was rebuilt more or less straight away, where Beaulieu was stripped specifically to build the castles. So here you've got a before and after. So you can see why most of it still stands. Netley Abbey. What a fabulous place. And it's free to get in as well, no admission fee. It's free to have a wander. So St Andrew's Castle, didn't know about this one. So it was disabled in 1642 by Cromwell's parliamentary forces during the English Civil War. That excavations in the 70s revealed the castle was probably a blockhouse design. So that's similar to Hurst Castle and Kelshot. So St Andrew's Castle. And the site of an Iron Age settlement. Brilliant. Right, so I'm at Amble Common and the weather's on turn. Flipping heck. Weather's on turn big time. I'm going to have to get my coat out, I think. But you can see the, hang on. That's the Isle of Wight right out there. This point here is my next stop, but just round this corner here on the point, we've got the ferry over to Warsash. It's only a little one. But look at the rain now over at New Forest. It's been threatening for hours. Let's get some gear on. Here it comes, guys. So this is the ferry, guys. Nice pink one. So there you go, guys. Amble to Warsash Ferry. Next stop, Hillhead, then Leon Solent. Shot Castle over there. And up there is Hythe, where we crossed over. So none of that corner we actually walked. So there's a diversion here, guys. This is Solent Breeze's Caravan Park. Hillhead and Leon Solent right in the very distance there. But we've got to divert now because, as you can see, it's all been washed away. Right, so there you've got Hillhead and Leon Solent. And over on the Isle of Wight you've got Ryde. And you can see the eastern end of the Solent. And there you can see the western end. And what a day today's been. It's been really windy. Lots of rain showers. But it's been wonderful. It's a lovely walk, this. I've done this section of the Solent Way many times. I only live down the road, so I'm not camping tonight.